Hello, and welcome to the 11th show in this wonderful series of OCPL Presents Shakespeare Unstaged. We have some great pieces for you today. So I'm going to start off with the SSITP announcements. And I think first I'm going to show you our kids program, which I didn't show you before. What happened to it went away. Hold on. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, sorry. So the kids program, it says only 3 spots left, but that's not true. We're all sold out for the kids program. Now, we only had 8 spots this year because of the COVID problem and what we have to do in order to get past the COVID problem. But we have sold out all our spots. We've got 8 kids, and it starts on Monday, and it runs through next Friday. And it's going to be a lot of fun for those kids. They go from 5th grade through 11th grade, and it is just a fabulous program. Our 16th year of doing that program. So we've been doing it longer than anybody else in town. And we have many kids who return. Of the 8 kids, 5 are kids who have done the program before, most of them last year. So that's that on kids. And my next share is going to be Much Ado About Nothing. And I think I have the right poster to share this time. There it is. And this is our poster designed by an OCC student. We have that every year. We've had that for now 8 years that the OCC students design it for us, along with the professor, the art professor of the class, Bruce Osborne. And you can see all our sponsors along the right-hand side and the dates of the shows. You can see where to get tickets here in the bottom, HTTPS, et cetera, et cetera. And you even have a QR code on the poster where you can just take a picture of it with your phone and go right to tickets. So we make it easy for you. It's a very funny show. We did it once before 10 years ago, and I know you will enjoy it. Now you will have to have your temperature taken, and you have to wear a mask, and you'll be socially distanced, so you will be safe. We sell 150 tickets, 50 walk-ins only, so 200 people is max. We have free tickets for as many people as want them, up to those maximums. A donation ticket, $5 and up, and 10 premium seats per show. And I won't go into the details of that because I don't have the time. So now I'm going to stop my share, and I'm going to throw it over to Cara. And Cara Luddy will give you the cool stuff that's happening with the Onondaga County Public Library. Take it away, Cara.
Thanks, Ronnie. So right now we are open only for library takeout. So this means that we are not open to the public yet, but it means that you can place an order on books, movies, music. You can call us, you can go to our website and just let us know what you want. You can do it on our catalog, and we'll put it together for you, and we will have it ready for you to pick up. If you would like, you can also order a special order. So that means if you don't know what you want, we'll just throw together a mystery bag, and it's a big hit, especially with kids. So we definitely recommend that if your little ones don't really know what they want to read next. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the summer learning events that we have coming up next week and the week after that. So on Tuesday, July 14th, we have virtual yoga for children ages 0 through 5. So a really great opportunity for little ones to learn new stretches and just some really basic exercises. This is on Zoom. We also have on Wednesday, July 15th at 1:30 p.m. Our very popular Zoo to You program, which is a classic summer learning experience. You get to see the zoo animals up close, this time on Zoom and not in person, but I think it'll be better in a little bit of a way because I think you'll get a better view of the animals. So I think there's some good things about it being virtual. And then on Thursday, July 16th at 11 a.m. for teens, we have a workshop on sustainable fashion. And going into the week of the 20th, so starting on Tuesday, July 21st, we have Moreland the Magician. Will be presenting a virtual magic show at 2 p.m. And again, like all of these programs are free and they are just really quality entertainment for your family. So Moreland the Magician is another classic thing we do every year for summer learning, and the kids love it. It is so much fun to see him do these magic tricks, and he's a really great storyteller. So to sign up for any of these programs, you can go to onlib.org, just scroll down to our calendar, click on the event that you're interested into, and you'll get some instructions to register, and then you'll get the Zoom link. So that's what's happening right now on Onondaga County Public Libraries, and we encourage you to check it out. So that's my update. Thanks, Ronnie.
Thank you very much, Cara. All great things to do at the library. They say everything's happening at the zoo, but guess what? Everything's happening at the library, right, Cara?
Yep.
Now we go on to the dramatic pieces, and we're starting out with Simon Moody and Tony Brown. They're doing a piece from Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 5. This is the piece with Hamlet and Hamlet's father's ghost, and I'm calling this one The Ghost of Action and Inaction. Take it away, gentlemen.
Whither wilt thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor spirit.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge, when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain time to walk the night, and for the day conferred to fast in fires, to the foul crimes done in my days of nature, burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, thy knotted and combined locks depart, and each particular hair to stand on end like quills upon the fretful porcupine. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List, oh, list if thou didst ever hear thy dear father love.
Oh, God.
Revenge is foul and most unnatural mirth.
Murder.
Mirth most foul, as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I with wings as swift as meditation on the thought of love may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt, and duller shouldst thou be than that fat weed that rots itself in ease on Lethe wharf. Wouldst thou not stir in this? Now, Hamlet, here, 'tis given out that sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But now thy noble youth, thy serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul!
Your uncle, aye, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wit, with traitorous gifts, oh, wicked wit and gifts that have the power so to seduce one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there from me whose love was of that dignity that it went hand in hand even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline upon a wretch whose natural gifts were poor to those of mine. But virtue, as it never will be moved, though the lewdness court it in a shape of heaven, so lust, though to a raging angel linked, will sate itself in a celestial bed and prey on garbage. Soft. Methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be, sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon. Upon my secure hour, thy uncle's stall with juice of cursed Hebona in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment. The effect holds such an enmity with blood of man that swift as quicksilver it coursed through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigor it doth posset and curd like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood. So did it mine. At the most instant, Beteta barked about most laser-like with vile and loathsome crust all my smooth body. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhozzled, disappointed, unannualed, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head.
Oh, horrible! Oh, horrible! Most horrible!
If thou hast nature in there, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark account for luxury and damned incest. But howsoever thou pursuest this enact, change not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge, to prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the matin to be near, and begins to pale his uneffectual fire. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Remember me.
Oh, all you host of heaven. Oh, earth, what else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, hold my heart. And you, my sinew, grows not instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember thee? Aye, thou poor ghost, while memories hold a seat in this distracted globe. Remember thee? Yea, from the table of my memory I swipe away all trivial fond records. I saw all saw of books, all forms of pressure pass, that youth and observation copy there. And thy commandments all alone shall live within the books and volumes of my brain, unmixed with basin matter. Yes, by heaven. Oh, pernicious woman, oh, villain, villain, smiling, damned villain. My tables, meet it in, I set it down, that one may smile and be a villain. At least I am sure it may be so in Denmark. So, uncle, there you are, now to my word. It is adieu, adieu, remember me. I have sworn it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Very nicely done. And now we move on to the ladies' side of the drama. And we have Maggie Ariotti doing a piece from Othello as Emilia. This is from Act 4, Scene 3, and I'm calling it Husband's Faults. Take it away, Maggie.
Sort of continuing on the idea of virtue, this is a conversation between Desdemona and Emilia about infidelity. And Desdemona asks Emilia if she would be unfaithful to her husband for all the world. And Emilia answers, for all the world, yes, because I can take the world and undo it. Yes, a dozen, and as many to the vantage as would store the world they played for. But I do think it is their husband's fault if wives do fall. Say that they slack their duties and pour our treasure into foreign laps, or else break out in peevish jealousies, throwing restraint upon us, or say they strike us, or scant our former having in despite. Why, we have galls, and though we have some grace, their wives have, yet we have some revenge. Let husbands know their wives have sense like them. They see and smell and have their palates for both sweet and sour, as husbands have. What is it that they do when they change us for others? Is it sport? I think it is. And doth affection breed it? I think it doth. Is frailty that thus errs? It is so too. And have we not affections, desires for sport, and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well, else let them know the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
Thank you, Maggie. And now we're moving on to a song. That's why I'm standing up. I have to move back a little bit. And this is Shakespeare's Sonnet number 24 that I put to music 30 plus years ago. And it's going to be making its debut on this show. So here we go. Mine eye hath played the painter and hath stelled thy beauty's form in table of my heart. My body is the frame wherein 'tis held, and perspective it is best painter's art. For through the painter must you see his skill to find where your true image pictured lies, which in my bosom shop is hanging still, that hath his windows glazed with thine eyes. Now see what good turns eyes for eyes have done. Thine eyes have drawn thy shape, and thine for me are windows to my breast, where through the sun delights to peep, to gaze therein on thee. Yet eyes this cunning want to grace their art. They draw but what they see, know not the heart. Thank you very much. And now we're moving on to Tony Brown, doing a piece from Othello, Act 5, Scene 2, and I'm calling it The Cause and Liquid Fire. Take it away, Tony Brown.
Wait.
Tony's having some tech difficulties. You ready, Tony?
Hold up.
It's all good.
Okay, I'm
This
ready.
is what happens in a live show, folks.
I'm ready.
Go, Tony.
It is the cause. It is the cause, my soul. Let me not name it to you, you chaste star. It is the cause. And yet, I'll not shed her blood, nor scar that whiter skin of hers than snow, and smooth as monumental alabaster. Yet she must die, else she'll betray more men. Put out the light, then put out the light. If I quench thee, thou flaming minister, I can again thy former light restore, should I repent me. But once put out thy light, I cannot pattern the excellent nature. I should the cunning pattern of excellent nature. I know not where is that Promethean heat that can thy light illume. When I have plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. It must need wither. I'll smell it on the rose. Oh, balmy breath, that thus almost betrayed justice to break her sword. One more. Be thus when thou art dead, and I will kill thee and love thee after. One more, and this the last. Oh, sweets were ne'er so fatal. I must weep, but they are cruel tears that sorrows heavenly. It strikes me where it doth love. She wakes. Behold, I have a weapon. A better none did itself sustain upon a soldier's thigh. I have seen the day that with this little arm and this great sword, I have made my way through more impediments than 20 times your stop. But oh, vain boast, who can control his fate? 'Tis not so now. Be not afraid, though you do see me weapon. Here is my journey's end. Here is my butt, and a very sea mark of my utmost sail. Do you go back dismayed? 'Tis a lost fear. Man, but they rush against Othello's beast and he retires. Where should Othello go? Now, how dost thou look now? O ear-starred wretch, pale as thy smock. When we shall meet at Compt, this look of thine will hurl my soul from heaven, and fiends will snatch at it. Cold, cold, my girl, even like thy chastity. Oh, cursed slave, whip me, ye devil, from the possession of this heavenly sight. Blow me about in winds, roar me in sulfur. Wash me in steep down gulfs of liquid fire. Oh, Desdemona, Desdemona dead. Oh, oh, oh.
Thank you, Tony Brown.
Thank you.
Love it. And now we move on to our final dramatic piece before we have a little bit of a trivia battle. And this will be Simon Moody doing Hamlet's famous speech, Act 3, Scene 1, the most famous soliloquy I think that Shakespeare has ever written. Take it away, Simon.
Thank you, sir. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and the arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against their sea of troubles, and by opposing in them to die, to sleep no more, and by her sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity. We've had a slight problem here. Calamity of song, so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud's main pangs of despised love, the laws of delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes when he himself might his quietus make with a bare balcon. Who would these fair fardels bear? To grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear these ills we have that fly to others that we not know of. This conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er the pale cast of thought and enterprise of great pith and moment. With this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy horizons be all my sins remembered.
Thank you, Simon. And now that's the end of our dramatic pieces, but we still have something for you. Shakespeare's falling on my head over here. A Shakespeare Trivia Battle Royale. How's that for a name, huh? And this is Simon's team against my team. And my team is me and everybody else that you see here. When Simon asks a trivia question and we reverse that, Simon gets all those wonderful people, Tony, Maggie, and Dom, and Cara, to answer any trivia questions that he has. So I don't know if Simon is ready yet. How you doing, Simon?
I'm good.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let me do this for a second.
You want me to take the first question?
Yeah, you do the first question, Ronnie.
Okay, thank you. All right, first question. This is I don't know if it's easy. I'll even give you a hint on this one because there are 38 choices, of course. What was the first play, according to this book, Shakespeare Miscellany, what was the first play that Shakespeare wrote and produced? Write down your answers. No, don't say them. Write down your answers. Dan, 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 dan. Okay, that's it. Time's up. Cara, you're first, girl.
Oh my gosh, I'm so clueless when it comes to Shakespeare trivia. I
guess choices.
I guess Love's Labour's Lost.
Love's Labour's Lost is one guess. Tony Brown?
I got Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Okay, we have a Love's Labor and Midsummer. Maggie?
I'm going to say Henry IV, Part 1.
Okay, and Dom?
I was going to say Midsummer's, but I'm going to go with Titus Andronicus.
Okay, and Simon?
I'm going to go with, Venus and Adonis.
Well, that's not it. That's not one of his plays. That's a dramatic poem. But the first one was The Two Gentlemen of Verona. That was number one in 1590 to 91. He produced two shows that year, Two Gentlemen of Verona and then Taming of the Shrew. So I would have taken Taming the Shrew too because they're both in the same year. Okay, Simon, you're on. My team is ready to battle you, buddy.
All right. All right. In what play? I know you know it. Does the most memorable stage direction by Shakespeare appear?
Okay. And bum 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 bada, bum,
Namely, Exit Pursued by a Bear.
bum 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 bum. We'll go with Dom first. He looks like he knows the answer.
I do.
Don't say that you know it. Just say what you think it is.
I think I know it.
Okay, go ahead.
A Winter's Tale.
And Maggie, what do you say?
I have no idea.
No idea. Tony Brown.
I'm going to go with Macbeth.
Okay. And Cara?
I'm also going to go with A Winter's Tale.
Okay. And so am I. And that's 3 points for our team. Because it is The Winter's Tale, right, Simon?
Most certainly is.
Okay.
And I get to it. I got to do it with Syracuse Shakespeare-In-The-Park.
Yes, we've already done it. And we'll do it again someday. Okay, my next question is, this one is an unusual one. It's sort of, you're going to have to take a guess on this one as well. What was, they think, the last play that was produced for Queen Elizabeth prior to her death?
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a good question. Oh my goodness gracious, because I know he wrote a special play just for James I.
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, 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 but write down your answer. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum. But do we have to pay a royalty for that music? Uh-oh. I hope not. All right, and we're going to start out with Tony Brown.
I have no clue.
No clue. Okay, that's not a play. And Maggie.
I have no clue, but I'll say Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Okay, Dom.
Othello.
Othello. Cara.
I'm gonna say Julius Caesar because I feel like that's pretty epic, and I feel like that's a good one.
Okay, and Simon.
It's kind of early. I'm going to go with Richard III.
And the answer is, in February 1603, the Chamberlain's men played A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Wow.
She fell ill later that month and died on March 24th. Okay, Simon, you're on.
Okay.
It's going to be the last question.
All right. Okay. Now, Shakespeare is famous for his gruesome and creative deaths, reflected in, various characters. Which of the following is not a Shakespearean death? Okay? Stabbed and drowned, cut into pieces and then dissected, okay, baked in a pie and then consumed, or, hang on, let me get this. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Stoned, placed in a spiked barrel and rolled down a hill.
Okay, so he wants to know which one is not the way that a Shakespearean character died.
Correct.
Okay? And we're going to give you 15 seconds for this. So it's
I'll read it again. Stabbed and drowned.
That's it.
Cut into pieces and dissected, baked into a pie and consumed, or stone placed in a barrel and rolled down a hill.
Okay, so it's a stabbed, baked, stoned, and rolled in a barrel. And there's one more.
Drowned. I'm gonna go with drowned.
Oh, Maggie's going with drowned.
I'm going with stabbed and drowned as well.
Stabbed and drowned. Tony Brown?
Baked in a pie.
Baked in a pie. Cara?
Cut into pieces.
Cut into pieces. I'm going with Tony Brown. I think it's baked in a pie. I don't think anybody was baked in a pie.
Yes,
well,
Simon?
guess what? I've got to read you the answers to this one.
No, just read the answer, Simon. What's the answer? There's
No.
only one answer.
The answer is stoned, placed in a barrel, and rolled down a hill.
That was so specific.
That's the one that nobody was killed that way?
Correct. Not in
Okay.
Shakespeare. That
Well,
was,
you
that was
stumped us.
That was
Right?
a,
Nobody said
Dominic
stone.
and Maggie got it.
Nobody said. Maggie, did you get it?
No, I said stoned or stabbed and drowned.
Yeah. No, none of us got it.
Nobody.
So you
that
got
was-
us that
he was-
time,
he was
Simon.
monk, bishop, and martyr, and died in Budapest, Hungary, in 1046.
All right. Well,
Bacon-
we're
Bacon
stumped
the
on that
pie,
one.
Titus Andronicus. All
We
right.
whitewashed
Bacon
them.
the pie, Titus Andronicus. Cut in pieces, dissection was Coriolanus, and stabbed and drowned, of course, was Richard III.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, I think that wraps up our show. We've definitely gone overtime with our trivia, but I hope you had fun with it. We did. I know that. So whenever you're ready to send us into La La Land, Cara, we're ready to go. So everybody say
All right.
bye.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Everyone wave
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a lot of
Bye.
fun.
Next
Thank
time.
you.
Tune in next week at 2 o'clock.